A guitar on your pole match? Really? Get out of here with that PG crap. I want the real damn thing. As a matter of fact, Roman Reigns winning that match and putting it on the damn table. Well, that would be just the peak of wrestling. Oh, and another WCW reference.
Randy Orton can go himself.
I wouldn't say this episode of Raw was exceptionally bad, but it's one of these episodes where I just have no idea how to call this video because a lot of things happened. It's a 3-hour long show. It can cure your fucking insomnia. But 90% of the stuff just felt like a big filler. But if there's anything positive to say about Monday Night Raw is that it's a little bit better after the draft because I do like the main event scene. You know, I like when a lot of people want the WWE Championship. So now it can go either way. Randy is the champion. Drew wants the title. Bray wants the title. Miz wants the title. Morrison is a good friend. But this whole situation and the handicap match made me realize, you know what, I don't see The Miz winning the championship. It's just not gonna happen. If it didn't happen in 2016 when the guy was entertaining, it's not gonna happen now. It's almost as if Drew McIntyre is gonna get the Money in the Bank briefcase match. Sure, Drew McIntyre doesn't need the briefcase, but now since Otis lost the briefcase, WWE have no plans with the briefcase anymore. So I feel like they're gonna do an obvious Randy Orton is gonna refuse to give Drew McIntyre a rematch, but a heavy briefcase, Randy, and we're gonna get the match again. I don't know, that's just how I feel about it, but let's talk about Raw. So the show kicks off with the WWE Champion, the Viper Randy Orton. It was actually a very good promo, basically his SmackDown vs. Raw 2010 Road to WrestleMania promo when he won the World Heavyweight Championship against The Undertaker. He said the exact same thing. I'm the best of the best, as a matter of fact I am the best, better than The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, John Cena, and most certainly Drew McIntyre. And he said exactly what he said in SmackDown vs. Raw. I'm no longer the legend killer, I'm simply the legend. He challenges any WWE superstar to try and take that championship. He gets interrupted by Alexa Bliss. Alexa is acting weird. She has play on one hand and pain on the other. She says he could be here. We see red lighting, Randy Orton is ready to fight, but we see no Fiend. Instead, we got a Claymore from Drew McIntyre. We see The Miz and John Morrison, they're about to cash in, and you're like, okay, this is not gonna happen. I mean, that's entertaining, it's interesting, but it's not gonna happen at the beginning of the show. We're not gonna see new champion, and we're not gonna see The Miz as a champion anyway, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so we got these two, but the bell didn't ring. Drew McIntyre attacked them, and it was basically over. Drew McIntyre wants to be the one who takes the championship from Randy Orton. The Miz also wants to take the WWE Championship from Randy Orton, and John Morrison, well, he's a great friend. They also challenged Drew McIntyre to a 2-on-1 handicap match. We got Jeff Hardy versus Elias in a guitar on a pole match. It was just as boring as you would expect. This rivalry sucks, nobody really cares. So yeah, we got the match, and I don't really understand how it necessarily works. So Jeff Hardy hits Elias with a guitar, and if I remember correctly, this should be the end of the match. You use the weapon, and that's it. Or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But then he had to pin Elias. So, I don't know how that works, but basically Jeff Hardy won and nobody cares. We also got WWE Women's Tag Team Titles match, Mandy and Dana versus Chyna and Nia Jax. Nobody cares about that when we saw Lana watching, but Chyna and Nia Jax won. We got the WWE 24/7 champion R-Truth in the ring, and he had no idea that he's about to face Bobby Lashley. He was here to meet Adam Sandler's character from The Waterboy. He wanted to get the water bottle signed, but of course we got Bobby Lashley, and Bobby Lashley basically destroys R-Truth. Then we saw Drew Gulak. Bobby Lashley attacks Drew Gulak, and then he decides to give him the W because, well, reasons. So I don't know how you can make Survivor Series look this unimportant. I honestly love this match. I love traditional Survivor Series matches, Raw vs. SmackDown, but this sucks, man. This really sucks. So we got AJ Styles claiming he's the captain, we got Sheamus, Keith Lee, you know, and they're not getting along, and it's your typical shit. We got Braun Strowman. He wants to be on the tag team and give these hands, you know, but they don't want him in the tag team unless he, well, qualifies. Why would you care though? Like, the roster is not that big. You know how strong is Braun Strowman. Wouldn't you want him in the team? No, Braun. First of all, you gotta qualify against Lindsay Dorado to be in this tag team. Yeah, I don't understand this, but basically AJ suggests to Adam Pearce, the COO of the WWE. It's gonna be a triple threat match. If you beat your own partners, you're gonna be in a team. Okay. Anyway, so we got the match and it was fine. You know, it was fine. AJ was watching the match and Keith Lee almost died. AJ's reaction says it all. And of course, as expected, Braun Strowman wins the match. The team is looking nice. I'm not saying it looks bad, but it feels like WWE don't really care about the story, Raw versus SmackDown, you know. But I hope we'll get some invasions, you know, from Raw superstars, from SmackDown superstars to the opposite show. Hopefully it's gonna get better. For now, I really don't care. After the match, AJ wants everyone to get along, and they do, for a little, you know, until Sheamus broke kicks Strowman, and everyone starts fighting, and nobody gets along, and that's basically how the Survivor Series match is most likely going to end. We got another Firefly Funhouse segment, and since I didn't make a review about last week's Raw, I do appreciate this long-term storytelling, basically acknowledging that Randy Orton burned the house down, you know, remembering it, and that's the reason why The Fiend wants Randy. That's pretty awesome. And Alexa, get some help. But you know what? I actually do appreciate this segment. We got Abby the Witch saying Randy Orton can go f*** himself. Like, dude, if that happened 5 years ago in the WWE, people would go mad like crazy. People don't realize how WWE is not as PG as it used to be. We got Lana versus Nia Jax because Lana wants revenge, and yeah, no, that didn't happen. So we got the Hurt Business, and in this one segment they basically buried Retribution, in my opinion. They said, you know what, WWE owes us. We took care of the Retribution, basically saying that yes, Retribution made chaos, but now it's all gone because we destroyed them, you know? And that's like, okay, they just debuted. It's already over. They're not a threat anymore in the WWE. Okay then. And they won the Payment in Tag Team Championship match. We got the New Day, we got some back and forth. They made fun of Kofi's, WWE Championship loss, 8 seconds. Kofi made fun of Bobby Lashley's sexual performance with Lana. He said it's shorter than 8 seconds. That's not true. Bobby, I love Bobby. But Bobby is a sex machine. I'm pretty sure Bobby lasts like at least 2 hours. Bobby always satisfies your needs. So we got the match, the New Day versus Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin, in which Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander won in a non-title match. Pretty awesome. You know, I would love to see the Hurt Business as champions, but I mean, they're not gonna win the WWE Championship, so maybe 24/7, we'll see. So we got Ricochet versus Tucker. Why would they split the heavy machinery? I have no idea. And he got buried, basically. Yeah, Ricochet wins. We got Retribution, as if they matter anymore. Oh, we're gonna cause chaos. We're gonna attack Ricochet, someone who lost against Lesnar in a few seconds. Yes, we're gonna attack Ricochet, and we're gonna be taken seriously. T-bar, slapjack. We're gonna slap our nuts and attack Ricochet. But what's the point? You know, you attack these superstars 65-1, but when it comes to a match, you always lose. I'm pretty sure the record is like 3-0. Sheamus wants Drew McIntyre on the team. That was pretty awesome, you know, knowing their personal history. Drew McIntyre says, I'll think about it, but for now, I'm focusing on the WWE Championship. And we got Drew McIntyre versus The Miz and John Morrison, 2-on-1 handicap match. I'm telling you, if The Miz was about to win the WWE Championship, he wouldn't lose matches in a handicap match. You know, it makes him look like a complete loser. So we got the match. It was okay, you know. John Morrison is always fun to watch. But of course, Drew McIntyre wins the match. We got Randy Orton with an RKO out of nowhere, and Randy Orton gets distracted by The Fiend. So that was your Raw. I don't see The Miz winning the championship. It wasn't a horrible show, but I hate these kind of shows where I just don't have a highlight or anything. If you missed this episode, you didn't really miss anything, you know. But thank you for watching the video, The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.